It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Monday, the 11th of March. I'm Michael Groff. Dry conditions, temperatures a little bit above average once again today and tomorrow, but we will see a change in the weather pattern with breezy conditions, somewhat cooler temperatures, and maybe, just maybe, an outside shot at rain later this week. We'll talk about the implications of that and everything else as we dive on in. First, here's the almanac from yesterday. 81 degrees, the afternoon high for your Sunday. 53 was the morning low. Averages 76 and 53, so not far away from where we ought to be for this time of year. That record high of 95 degrees from that endless summer that was 1989. Yes, summer started in March, pretty much went all the way to October. That was a brutal year. Looking outside right now at 10:50 a.m., we've got mostly clear sky, and we've got 70 degrees at Sky Harbor, dew point 36, humidity 28%, a light wind, and the barometer is steady. The upper-level weather pattern across the nation features a dry westerly flow for us, troughing developing off the Pacific Northwest coast, a big trough off the Northeast coast. But around here, yeah, things are going to be pretty quiet, at least for the next couple of days. The watch warning map's still kind of a mess with a lot of wind and still some snowflakes over parts of the Northeast. We've got some red flag warnings for the Plain States. You don't want to see that. The fire danger, especially across the Texas Panhandle. My goodness, they have had a rough several weeks there. The good news is there could be some much needed rain that sets in across West Texas later this week. And of course, we've got some winter weather conditions heading into the Pacific Northwest as well. Convective outlook for today. We don't anticipate any organized severe weather around the nation, but there might be a rumble of thunder right up there along the immediate Washington coast. And here's the precipitation outlook. This is valid through Monday morning of next week. Rain amounts in Phoenix, not much if we see anything at all. Most of the precipitation concentrated across northern and eastern Arizona, at least according to the guys over at WPC. This is their graphic. Now the question is, could we see some rain in Phoenix? What's going on with this weather pattern? And to figure that out, we'll explore the models and see what they say. Here we go. This is the GFS. It is the 12Z run. This is valid at 5 o'clock this afternoon. Troughing coming into the Pacific Northwest, a dry westerly flow around here, and what it means down at the surface, kind of a seasonal day with mostly sunny sky by this afternoon and high temperatures, mostly upper 70s to low 80s. That's just a few degrees above where we ought to be for this time of year. Tonight, might be a cloud or two, otherwise mostly clear with overnight lows generally in the 40s to low 50s, and then tomorrow it's more of the same, upper 70s, low 80s. Gorgeous day. Now, by Wednesday, this trough that's across the Intermountain West will start to be driven south as more of a blocking pattern develops. A ridge will rapidly develop right there along the west coast, and that's going to push all this south. I mean, there's really no place for this trough to go. It's going to start to close off into an upper low, move southward. And so we'll see breezy conditions coming in here. Highs mid-70s for the day on Wednesday. South wind in the morning, 5 to 15, becoming southwest to west, 10 to 20. We could see gusts to around 30 miles per hour here in the afternoon on Wednesday, maybe even a kite day. Certainly so across northern Arizona, breezy to windy conditions up there. And yes, as mentioned, temperatures down a bit. There could even be a few showers over northern Arizona. Now, the thing about an upper low that develops and drops from the north is that it's a continental air mass, okay? So it's not going to have much moisture to work with. Nevertheless, we're going to watch where this thing ultimately goes, and that's still a bit up in the air. Here's Thursday. GFS begins to develop the surface low over western Arizona, shows the upper low dropping into western Arizona as well. A little bit further to the west and south than what we were looking at in previous runs. And if that's right, we could maybe see a shower in here on Thursday. We'll call it partly sunny, just a slight chance of a shower. Better chances of rain still across northern and eastern Arizona. Again, this system doesn't have a lot of moisture to work with, but it does have dynamics, so enough dynamic support to squeeze out a shower or two. We'll watch that very carefully, and obviously if this low were to track a little bit further to the south and west, that would increase our rain chances a bit. It might even start to pick up some moisture from the south, but that remains to be seen. So high temperatures, I'd say anywhere from the upper 60s to about 70 for both Thursday and Friday, as that low is going to stick around for at least a day or two. Better moisture will be found further to the east, too, across New Mexico and West Texas. We'll see chances of rain coming in there. But again, we could see a shower in here even on Friday. It's not enough to cancel your outdoor activities, I don't think, but just something to keep in mind, and cooler temperatures. All right. But going into the weekend, that should eventually begin to move on out of here, and we'll start to dry out and warm up a bit. Highs back toward the mid and upper 70s. It does not stay cool for long here in the month of March. Same deal Sunday. Highs might even get close to 80 if all this works out. But you do note the rain is not far away from us. Maybe over extreme eastern Arizona, New Mexico, West Texas could be getting some rain. Again, very beneficial rain for those areas. All right, going out to next week. This is Monday, the 18th, and we've got high pressure building over the Pacific Northwest and the Northeast Pacific, but some energy undercutting it. And that's interesting to watch because as we go out 10 days, this is Wednesday, the 20th. Now I've got an upper low off the Pacific Northwest coast and kind of a west-southwest flow here, so maybe some clouds, but temperatures would be fairly seasonal if all of that works out. Looking at rainfall for Phoenix off the European ensemble out through the 24th of the month, and the mean is right around or just under a third of an inch. And most of the members do indicate that this little low that develops here over the region on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday could produce some rain for us. Now, again, it's one of those, it's a really difficult pattern, and models traditionally do not do great on these features. But I find it actually interesting that the deterministic GFS that I was just showing you back there, and many of the European ensemble members indicate precipitation out of this, but the GFS ensemble, less bullish. And really doesn't show that much rain from this. And the ensemble mean stays at or under a quarter of an inch. So, but more and more of the members are buying into at least some small amounts of precipitation here. So we'll watch that. And of course, we hope we do get some rain out of this, because any amount of rain we get now is great, because we know the dry season is coming up. April, May, and June are the 3 driest months of the year in Phoenix. Looking at temperatures off the national blend of models, okay, we're going to cool off a bit. In fact, the NBM, it's got highs only in the upper 60s on Thursday. And that seems reasonable, and maybe just barely making 70 on Friday, but then we warm up as we go toward next week. And that is going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video is due back here tomorrow morning, should you happen to enjoy these videos. Be sure to subscribe, like, share, click that notification bell, leave those comments, questions, and suggestions. Scheduling may make it a little difficult for a video tomorrow morning. We'll see. The executive producer of the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion is my one and only, the sweetest of all time, the Asian sensation and proprietor of SweetChildAZ.com.org and the Facebook page of the same name, Sweet Child Arizona. Talking about my Michelle, check her out. Check out her travel videos. Everything that she does, we have linked up in the description. And on top of all of that, I encourage you to check out the streaming station. It is called KMGX, whereupon we play a ton of music. We have a lot of fun with that. Myself and Michelle are involved in the operation of that station. So give it a listen also. And I believe we'll be listed on the Odyssey app soon as well. Okay. Thank you guys again for all of your continued support. Greatly appreciated. If you really want to support us monetarily, you can click the thanks icon below the video here on YouTube, and I'd appreciate that also. But even if you don't, even if you just want to hang out and watch and support that way and comment and share and all that, that is awesome as well. All right. You guys have yourselves a beautiful rest of your Monday.